Hey everybody, for those of you who follow my Twitter, you will see that my first vlog was a complete disaster. And by the time I realised it was a disaster, Izzard had gone to bed. So I'm afraid none of you will hear his joke. In his stead, I have got my friend Orb Dragon.
Hi.
She will be my sounding board as I go through this. So this is going to be a slightly unusual vlog. So first of all, I'm going to take you very quickly through somebody's world and why I've got that world. Then we'll go on to the new features, and then I will be inviting Paul in, Butcher Boy Toma, and we will be going over some of the amazing stuff he's done. So what we've got first of all is, for those of you who saw the first episode of the World Surgery, people have been sending me their worlds that don't work, and I've been fixing them. So I got sent this world, which, to be quite frank, didn't work. The problem that the guy had is he'd overdone it just a little. Every time that his game crashed, he would drop the draw distance down and carry on working until it crashed again. So when I got this, it was more like this at minimum draw distance, and it still crashed. So I got the game. I got it working at a better draw distance. And as you can see, for those of remaining few Minecraft fanboys on my channel, kind of not looking like Minecraft anymore, is it? Kind of looking, I won't quite say like, Oblivion, but certainly I've never seen anything like this. So what I've had to do, there's been some serious optimization going on in this world. Really, really, really crazy. They have to claw it back. But what I haven't done is I haven't actually changed his world. I've got plenty of suggestions for him to change. But the most interesting thing is if I turn the root customs off. So this is... to put it,
look, Minecraft.
Yeah, this is Minecraft. This is... to give you an idea of the detail, you can A-B them. This is as much detail as Minecraft can render. That is Fortress Craft. So you may have noticed you get a new visual setting. So if you join someone's world... So smart is where I recommend it. If you join someone's world and they've really overdone it, aggressive is like a horrible minimum level detail. That means that if you've broken your world, you can switch it to aggressive and come back. Smart rendering is where I recommend you leave it. And that actually doesn't look too bad as long as you've not overdone it. Hopefully people start to optimize their world a little bit more. To go into why this has been so slow, we've actually got this new optimizer. So this new optimizer shows you a lot of information. So it shows you what of your custom blocks you're rendering. So as you can see here, he's got a custom block called Quarter Arch that has got a lot of polygons in it, and he's rendering nearly 500 of them. So hopefully that sort of information will help people optimize their world a little bit, because...
So how do you know where the quarter arch is? I see it's labeled, but...
Well, he'll know what it is. I mean, I'm assuming that's the quarter arch there. I don't know. It's not my world. So he'd know where it is. I haven't got a clue. So helping people their worlds is a little tricky. If those of you who have got a world that's slow, try not to do this sort of thing. Look at the sheer amount of stuff going on, and the game has to render all that. It can't tell that that's on another floor and not to render it. As you can see, it's just a huge amount of detail, and the main problem is it's not really the amount of detail, it's in such a small space. Like I said, I have saved it to a great degree. And this, when I first got it, was running at about 11 frames a second on the Xbox. Now it's running at about 40. And I apologise for the frame rate right now, but that's more to do with my PC and fraps. If I turn fraps off, I get 60. Turn fraps off, I get about 10. So this world is now gone from crashing to 10 frames a second to about, so it's about 40 on the Xbox, depending on your settings.
And what did you change to do that?
Oh... the amount of stuff I've had to do under the hood. A lot of it is the smart renderer now. It doesn't just render, so it will try and find an optimum point between rendering everything. So you can see there in the distance that building cannot be rendered. And it pops in. So it tries to find a sweet spot between rendering and running out of memory. Once people get this, they will hopefully be able to be a little bit cleverer. So as you can see there, so you can see that one of those columns is dark. So if you switch the customs on, so I've just put it on the side, if you switch the customs on, you can see it's a little more subtle. So hopefully people can start to generate their worlds in such a way that if they are going to overcook the world with too many customs like this guy has, he can make a more subtle approach. I mean, another thing is this tree here. I mean, if you're watching, dude, don't get me wrong.
Oh, the tree.
This is a great tree. I love your tree. But that tree, let's see, this is so that's the wind functionality. So that tree is currently running 523 wind types. That is a lot of polygons. And if I turn off the custom renderer, you can see there's no middle to your tree. You've made it entirely out of customs, whereas it would probably have been better to have like a solid center and the customs are on the outside. So I'm going to do this world in more detail with the guy who made it, and he's going to talk about his world. So now we're going to have a jump cut, and then we'll come back in my world, which is a lot less exciting. Whoa, jump cut. Okay, so one of the other things I've been doing in this next patch is I've been trying to fix the interface up. So Orbit here is a Minecraft player, not Fortresscraft player, so this doesn't mean much to you. One thing I've done, though, so you can see the selection wheel in the bottom left, is you now get little previews of the types there. You've got the...
Oh, that little basket's so cute.
Yeah, so we've got all the Hello Kitty... Sorry, My First stuff. You've not seen this, have you?
I have not. That's so girly, dude. I would definitely.
It is. I got such flack off it. And then it was all made up for some lovely lady said, my 9-year-old daughter, she says, she's so happy with the patch, she loves it.
And you are never going to hear the end of it from me.
No, well, we've also got the space blocks for the manly stuff, but we've also got all the new lighting stuff in. So they've now got icons, and your custom blocks now exist there. So, one other thing I've been doing, so I bet there's a whole bunch of people out there who didn't know there was a workshop. Probably none of you guys, but now when you run a world for the first time, you'll get a workshop icon like so, and this will guide you to the workshop.
Do you have to dig for your workshop, or is there already a route to it?
Depends on your world. So your world is generated based on your name. Probably it will be blocked off, probably something much like that. So you'll need to dig your way in. But it's okay because the big marker is really, really, really obvious. So we've got the new workshop interface. So as you can see now, you've got a handy thing giving you stuff about poly count. You've also got on the left hand side, you've got the behavior on the right. Poly count's interesting because if you are, I'll see if I can demonstrate. If you do something like this, the poly count's gone up. Build that, poly count goes up. But if I build, this shape, so poly count up, 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 poly count down. So this helps you optimize your objects. So as you can see there, because obviously I've got to render all the inside facets, that takes 8 facets or 10. If I build that one, it's actually cheaper for the game to render than the other side is. And if you are so arrogant as to put a transparent one in, it goes up. So this should help you tweak your objects, and say it's a finite issue with computers and with consoles. Is just
arrogant, he says.
Oh, I have people going, "Why is my world so slow?" And I'm like, Andy was rendering 8 million polygons per frame. I can't remember what that worked out at. That's like 2.4 billion, and the Xbox theoretical maximum is only double that. So. Yeah, he was actually approaching the transform rate of the Xbox, and there's not much I could do about that. That's as fast as the damn thing goes.
Arrogant is fairly presumptuous on your part. They could simply be ignorant, such as myself.
Well, so I'm here to educate you, you see. So if you do it now, you're not arrogant, you're just annoying.
Not the first time it's been applied to me.
Yeah. I think it applies to. I think it applies to everyone. I mean, I'm afraid people have seen it a lot on Twitter. I just say, why is this, that, and the other? I'm afraid the answer is it's an Xbox. This is the answer to a lot of the problems in Fortresscraft. A lot of why things are the way they are. It's an Xbox. It has 500 megs of RAM. So, hopefully you're all aware of the conveyor belts. Hopefully you have awesome conveyor belts in your world. Here's an awesome conveyor belt, what I just made. So the conveyor belts are there. So we'll put a quick factory down. Now, one thing I have changed, so now you only have the factory block. In the next patch, you'll get the option for factory random. So factories spawn a factory once per second. Factory randoms spawn, as you can see, irregularly. So if you have if you want something, it's going to be more random, you can use this. So if you've got, the one I keep thinking of is like ducks on a pond. You can actually spawn these, keep them all, keep all the conveyors invisible, and actually have ducks floating along the surface of your pond. Now, I know what you're about to say.
That's so cool.
No, what you're about...
Is that what you thought I was going to say?
No, I was...
Because I was definitely saying that.
Oh, no, see, now that's not going to work. What you should have said is, hey, Adam, but ducks don't move sideways.
Fair enough, they really don't.
Yeah.
That didn't even occur to me that it was flipping over at that corner over there.
So, I've added 2 new things. Now, the first, you just ignore how it looks. So, what we will do, if you now create your object and you call it face forwards, which I cannot type. I can never type in the console. I can type normally, but not when people are watching me. So we go back up to our crates, and I stick my face forwards on top of the factory. That switches it across. So as you can see, as soon as the thing gets around to spawning another one, ta-da! Face forwards things. So just for the moment, if you can, pretend that looks like a duck. Or if you like, you can pretend it looks like a minecart and it's got white lights at the front,
duck.
White lights at the back. I think ducks would be cool. So you can now create objects that face forward. So if you want to do cars, if you want to do ducks, birds, things in your world, you could do rabbits, you could do anything you like with that. But the important thing is they face forward.
The bunny world. That would make it so much creepier.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you saw, I talked to her and she's like, that. This is not bunnies. This is, she's Swedish, that's how they talk. She's like, they're rabbits. I was like, oh, I thought they were mice. No, they're mice. And no, sorry, the other way around. They're mice, but I thought they were rabbits. So yeah, it's actually...
The dimensions of the ears. You can only do so much with blocks.
Well, she said that she couldn't do very good rabbits. And I was like, they look like really good rabbits to me. So, yeah, so I'll just... Also, one thing about conveyor belts. So Paul uses this a lot. I've seen other people do it. So custom objects that hit a... if I just remove this, so it acts like a normal custom object. Custom objects that hit vertical slopes. Oops. Can't even do it in my own game. So minecarts that hit vertical slope move up slowly. Normal objects go whoosh, upwards like that. So Paul uses those to do like lightning flickering up things. So that's
I can't wait to see his world then.
His world is amazing. So that's pretty cool. But there's a certain other game on the market where you get minecarts, and they're about as much use as they are in this game. Now, someone made the suggestion, and I shall wait for a minecart to come out. If you press X, you now get to ride objects. This is any object, so any doodad in your world is now rideable. Walk up to it, press X, and it will take me up the lift, and I'll go along. So I'm hoping people will use this to make guided tours of their world. But it doesn't have to be a minecart type object. It could be any doodad. It could be the default doodad. You'll ride any object. So I'm hoping people will create guided tours and say, this one I will go up whoosh very quickly. So that's pretty cool.
And thanks to Skype, I could not see you going whoosh.
There was a whoosh. You'll see it in the video. But because we had it lying around, if you are cheeky enough to call it Minecraft, oh dear. Close. If you are cheeky enough to call your object minecart, it will not use the minecart. It will not use your custom model, but it will use, for those of you who have been following me a long time, you'll recognize this one, the old high-resolution minecart model, which is very cool.
Now, lamps and everything.
Yeah, lamps, pick on the side, lights on the front. Now it's important.
Like a shovel.
Well, it's important to make. There's a shovel on that side, and there's a pick on this side. Everything you need to go mine.
All I saw was the lamp. Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'd like to point out now I've dissed Minecraft's minecarts a lot, and I'm not going to back down from that. But I would like to say these are not the Fortresscraft minecarts. Okay. I would like to, if people want to call these anything, these are, do you know, like ghost trains? We have like the electric carts that move through the ghost train ride.
I'm not personally familiar with it, but I'm sure someone is.
You've never been on a ghost train?
No.
Have you ever been to the fair?
I live in the middle of nowhere.
You must have fairs?
Yes, I've been to the fair.
Right, do they not
I've
have
been to the fair, yes.
Have you never been to an amusement park with a ghost ride? Like you're sitting on an electric cart and things jump out and it goes, woo! Really?
Okay. No, I've personally never done it. Sorry.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I suppose a haunted hayride would be close.
Well, no. There's no electric carts in there. Can you think of any sort of fairground ride with an electric cart, like a that follows a path? You've totally ruined it.
Yes, we usually call those roller coasters.
No, but not a roller coaster, because a roller coaster is fast. What would you call like a slow roller? Because we've got one near. It's the Willy Wonka ride. But you sit on an electric cart and you go through and you.
I've just never heard them called ghost trains.
Well, what would you call like?
It's one of those language barrier things.
Wow. Well, you've ruined everything I was about to say. Wow.
I'm sorry.
I thought
you can carry on and say it anyway.
No,
I understand now.
I thought everybody knew about ghost carts. So you've also got the pressure pads. So you can also have it so when you stand on a button, the thing spawns. So you could have, I don't know, some sort of button that makes a duck appear. Don't know why you would. That's really your own issue. But what I would like people to do is I'd like people to do ghost train rides. Maybe it's just people from Maine that don't have them. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. So, in glorious Blue Peter tradition, which for those American viewers, I apologise. Here's one I made earlier. So this is so after this video, the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be getting Paul's work. So Butcher Boy Tomer, he has been working on a much more visually impressive world with these new tools that I've given him, so he can really thrash them out before we give them to people. So this is just a technical demonstration. This is not good or cool or anything. This is just.
Does your field of view change with the orientation of the minecart, or is it something you have to do manually?
No, I can change my field of view if I. Ooh dear.
No, I mean what direction you're looking.
Oh right, I see. That's not field of view. That's just direction. Oops, I fell out of my minecart.
Very sorry.
No, I get to control the minecart, the direction manually. So if I look sideways, it just carries on looking sideways. So the minecart doesn't affect me. I did that originally. It was really annoying. It's like I was...
So they have to put up a sign that says, look this way and down in order to see a particular feature.
True. I would hope that the person was clever enough to approach the feature from the front, which is generally where you'll be looking, and then they'll look around afterwards. I've broken my field of view. It's all weird now. So hopefully this part will be more like a ghost train ride. I'm worried now.
I don't know how scary blocks popping out are going to be, though.
But they don't need to be blocked. Of course, they could be custom objects, so they could be, still blocks. But
it's still going to be blocky and pixelated.
But you get things like this. Boink, boink.
We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
About how scary a pixelated thing could be.
Well, when we've got sound effects and green lighting, I mean, I can make it green. Green's pretty scary. It's all green now. Ooh, it's green. We also have the...
Feels more like a lab. Possibly a morgue.
Yeah, we've got the thunder flashing behaviour, so we can also have... I'm sure people do scary stuff. I have more faith in you and how damn scary people can be, trust me. But, is there anything else? No, I think that's pretty much it. So we've got the new interface, we've got the new face forwards behaviour, we have the custom lighting, and we have minecarts. Now, I don't know whether you guys will get the minecart model. I don't want people to start... Oh dear, I don't know what happened there. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I don't want people to start giving me the third degree over, minecarts, blah, 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 Minecraft. So I expect there will not be minecarts. I expect they will be ghost train carriages. There must be a name for these. There must be. But I don't know what the name is. So yeah, so the next video that I'll be uploading will be Paul's. At the weekend I'm at the Multiplay I-44, which is the UK's largest regular LAN party, and I expect to do a walk around there. I'll try and keep the camera still because my last few have been a bit shaky, and I have tried hard, honestly, I really have. I've got a good camcorder, but it doesn't have an external microphone, so it would be way too loud at most of the events I do to actually do that. It's traditional, by the way, for the guests to do a joke. So, do you have a joke?
Joke?
Yeah.
I do not. I was unaware that I had to do a joke.
Really? Do you not know any jokes?
I didn't realize it was obligatory.
Well, you must know a joke.
Oh, I know many.
Go for
it. But kind of on the spot here now.
That doesn't need to be clean or funny. Most of Si's aren't. Hey, Si.
No, I'm on the spot. As per usual, blank. You can tell a joke, though.
Okay. Okay, here we go. No,
Two men walk into a bar. Ouch.
It's not really a joke.
Screw you. All right. One man walks into a bar, orders H2O. His friend says, I think I'll have H2O too. The second man dies.
Dude, that was my joke from like 2 weeks ago. You can't just use that joke.
You said anything.
I was gonna find some jokes about your state, but unfortunately I don't get them. There's a joke here that says $1.298, and the answer to the question, how much did that cost you? I assume that's a buck that weighs £298.
Are you aware of the state quarter thing going on here?
You've got different ones per state.
Yes. Well, Maine state quarter is 2 dimes and a nickel taped together.
Okay.
That's about as far as I've got for jokes for Maine. In Buckfield, if they invented the toothbrush in Buckfield, otherwise it would have been called the teeth brush.
Yeah, I saw a joke about that. How do you know the toothbrush was invented in Maine? Oh, wait, I don't know.
Otherwise, teeth brush.
Very good, yeah.
Where the men are men, where the women are women, the sheep are scared, and the kids are average.
Right, yeah, so what's 140 feet long and has 9 teeth?
What?
The fried dough line at the Cumberland County Fair. See, you get these. I love that.
That's not funny, dude. I actually went to a wedding party where between the entire bridal party, they had 2 mouths full of teeth.
Wow. And people say English teeth are bad. At least we have nationalised healthcare. Okay.
At least you have all of your teeth.
True. Okay, there's just one other thing before I do my closing. If you're watching this and you think it's cool, if you're watching this going, oh, people, Minecraft fanboys, blah, 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 please tell people about this. Even now, I'm still... lots of people don't realise that I am updating it. Lots of people, they played the game for one day 6 months ago, and they've never gone back to it. I don't get the coverage that Minecraft gets. I put something cool in, nobody knows about it. So please, if you possibly can, if you've got a Twitter or a Facebook, and you see something cool, link the video. You can link the video at a specific time. Just right-click on the little doobry, and you can link people just a little bit of this, so you don't have to hear me and do jokes about Maine. But I do my best to let people know. And again, the more people that buy the game, the more people that play it, the more likely I am to carry on adding stuff in.
And in case you missed it earlier, I do not play FC. I have never played FC. I've only got access to Minecraft, and I cannot wait for the Fortress Craft port.
Really?
I can't wait. Hurry it up.
Even if you jump off a minecart and end up down, I know what happened there. Just ended up underground. But yeah, again, the more it's really this sort of thing. It requires the community support. There's a limit to what I can do. Unlike certain indie game creators, I can't spend a fortune bumping YouTube videos up to lots of views. I have to rely on word of mouth. So, if you see something cool, you see something awesome, please let people know. And please, rate, comment and subscribe. I apologise for Orb Dragon's lack of awesome joke.
Sorry.
But again, let me know what you think. I'm happy to get any of the guests back in. This should have been with Sai, but as I said, I managed to screw up recording it entirely.
You should post his joke anyway, because it's definitely better than mine.
No, I probably got his joke. Maybe I can splice it in. But overall, guys, thank you for watching. I'm hoping this has not been too long. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you again very soon. can say goodbye now.
Bye.
You're not supposed to whisper.
Oh, but you are.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's called Sauce Overwatch. Bye, guys.